2nd and 10. Mayfield to the end zone to Jefferson. Is that possible? Touchdown.
Danny De La Paz and
Daniel Villarreal
from American Made Puppet and
Little Puppet,
and you are watching the Ramilla Sports Report.
And Jack Strong. I mean, the Rams had a lot of great players.
Yes, God bless you guys. Appreciate it.
Ramilla Sports Report.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
What's up, my Ramilla fans of the Los Angeles Rams? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, see me, or better yet, can you hear me? Let me make sure that my audio is okay. Good measure. Nothing the new market has coming in, but I did drop it. But let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Today's Tuesday. It's Raiders week. I gave it an extra day. Yesterday we went to Knott's Berry Farm, and Sunday we went to Knott's Berry Farm. Had some good times, and so I said, let me just come in on Tuesday. And the Rams, I ex-tweeted this that Mike Statke. Okay, hold on. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Let me know if the audio is better. Testing. Let me know if the mic is better. How's the sound? Is it better? Let me know in the chat. Let's see what we got here. Good. Thank you, DJ Phono. Okay, so what I was saying was Sunday, went to Knott's. We got the pass for Knott's. Monday, went to Knott's again. And I said, let me come in on Tuesday. Oh, goodness. Let me know in the chat. Okay, I'm back. I can see that I'm back. I'm sorry for that. I've never seen this before with first it's the audio, but my camera wouldn't let, your browser's not letting your camera log in. So let me know in the chat. Is everything fine now? You can see me, you can hear me, not choppy. Goodness gracious. Spectrum sucks. I haven't had that before. It's been a while. I froze. Yeah, I actually came back, left, closed the browser out, came back, and it wouldn't let me put my camera on. Is everything good? Everything's good now. Good. Okay, so thank you. Appreciate it, Sucker Sports Junkie. So it's Raiders week. Now, I tweeted this, that the Rams are guaranteed to win this game. That was before Devontae Adams got traded to the Jets, because you gave Sean McVay 2 weeks to prepare. Cooper KUPP had a major workout. He had a major workout yesterday, and he's working with the specialist and the trainer, and they're working towards getting him ready for game time. So it looks like he will play. Nothing's been listed yet, but even without him, they have Devontae Adams gone. And so the Rams are just about guaranteed to win this game. Now, looking ahead, we got to get to 2-4. In the NFL, anybody can beat you. I understand that. But we need this game. We're going to have this game. Matthew Stafford and the guys are ready to go. You give Sean McVay 2 weeks to prepare. We should be able to win this game. Also, too, looking on the horizon, the Seahawks losing. It sucked. I was upset. I was like, what are you doing? The one time I was rooting for the Seahawks against the Niners, and they lose, but it actually helps us, because now it kind of, it brings them down to, if the Niners lose against Kansas City, which is a good chance. But also, too, I don't like that. Why do the Niners get to play at Levi all the time? They get to play the big games at Levi. Why are they not going to Kansas City? You had us going to Detroit. But I feel much easier if the Niners were going to Kansas City. So I expect the Kansas City Chiefs to beat them. That'll bring them to 3-4. And I'm mentioning them because they're in first place right now in the NFC West. And we beat the Raiders. We'll be at 2-4, 1 game off of the pace, and we have the tiebreaker. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. The Seahawks, Geno, I knew he was going to Geno. I wasn't really worried about them. The Arizona Cardinals, I was not really worried about them. I knew that they were playing good, and they're still not quite there, but that's what they do. I wasn't worried about the Seahawks and the Cardinals. The team that I knew that we had to keep our eye on is the Niners, because they have a loaded roster and Kyle Shanahan and the guys. So that's the main team that I'm looking towards. We did one part of what I said we were going to do. The beginning of the year, if you guys remember, I said we're going to sweep the Niners. We got that out of the way. We beat them the last 2 times we played them, and the first time it was the Battle of the Backups Bowl. In the second game, it was the Battle of the Backups Bowl plus the QB1s and most of the starters. But, so now we're going to go for our third win in a row versus the Santa Clara Crew in December 12th. But that's way back. The Rams need to get to 2-4, get back in the thick of things. If they can win, if Kansas City can, even if the Kansas City loses, that would suck. But we're still right there within a couple of games with the tiebreaker against the Niners. But if the Niners lose the game, we're only 1 game off of the pace after all this. Imagine. No Puka. No. Imagine this. We haven't had Puka Nacua and Cooper KUPP for 1 full game all year. All year. We missed our left tackle the first 2 games. We have basically a makeshift left tackle, and we're still missing 2 offensive linemen on the starters. So the guys, are getting reps. The offensive line's looking good. Bo Lemmer and Logan Bruss are looking great. So that's some of the things that work out when when the chips are on the floor and chips are on the table and guys are hurt. But also to the secondary with Witherspoon back in the fold, getting a full 2 weeks. With the defense, and Johnny Johnson III will be returning. Is returned back, and so Darius Williams is returned back, and Johnny Johnson III will be coming back soon. No Boom is also have major workout with him, and he may be coming back as well. And then after that, Steve Avila. So it's going to be boom, 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 boom. The chips are going to fall. Guys are going to come back, and so we're looking forward to that. We just got to put W's on the board. Looking forward to it. Let's get into the chat. I said, yo, January Break Sports says, yo, Mike Static. DJ phone says we're good, and then that's when I came away. Rocking New Orleans 84 says, let's go Raiders. Steve says Raiders. LA is still Raider Nation. There's a lot of them still in here, but they're in Circus now in Las Vegas, as we say, and but there'll be a lot of them. They've been around. The Rams left St. Louis, but it's all good. Thank you. And so the last time the Rams played the Raiders, we'll just get right into the clip. The last time the Rams played the Raiders, you remember we had Baker Mayfield. We had just got him off the plane. We had a bunch of injuries similar to this year, but it was even worse then. And 2000 season. And here he goes, Baker Mayfield leading the comeback drive and dying to win the game.
2nd and 10. Mayfield to the end zone to Jefferson. Is that possible? Touchdown.
That was an amazing play. It was a great game. I mean, we basically pulled that game out of our ass, and it was beautiful. We sent the Raider fans that they were the Oakland. I mean, at that time they were the Oakland Raiders, right? They were Oakland Raiders. We sent the Oakland Raiders to the escalators, like the Bang Bang Escalator Gang. And so there was that one. And then if you remember, I played these kids in the beginning. Marcus Peters with the pick six and the ball grab. There we go. That was funny when he did that. It was just hilarious, man. And Marcus Peters, a key to leave. We got all those guys back in the day, and we thought they were gonna, do their thing and help us win a Super Bowl. We got to the Super Bowl. We couldn't win it, but those other things. Cooper Kupp got hurt, and our guy Todd Gurley's knee started acting up, and we couldn't. He wasn't explosive. He was an old explosive self. So we only scored 3 points, but there was a couple of plays where Jared Goff missed a couple of deep passes. Cooks was wide open, and then there was a holding penalty we didn't get at the goal line, and stuff like that. So, my guy Stockton, how you doing, man? I had a problem with the mic, and then the Wi-Fi. But anyway, so we got to win this game. I even before Devontae Adams got traded, I was already guaranteeing this win because you gave me Sean McVay 2 weeks to prepare for a Raider team that's struggling. Max Crosby is on the table, dude. Now that our guys are playing good, I mean, would we add a Max Crosby and say, you know what, I don't think Aaron Donald's going to come back, and bring in a Max Crosby and Bill Cosby, Crosby, and then help him, to basically take the young guys under his wing. That would be beautiful. And also you keep him out of the 49ers reach, who there's already talk about. I mean, how many guys do they need? I mean, they're telling me, you see on Twitter that, Brock Purdy's number 1 in this stat and that stat. And I'm like, regular season stats. Amazing. Now show me that he's that guy in the postseason in the Super Bowl. But they're talking about maybe trying to get Crosby. And so I'm like, they already got Nick Bosa and Leonard Floyd. But they did lose Hargrave. So, but I mean, is that one? It's just like Steve Young back in the day, as great as Steve Young was. They had to go out and get Deion Sanders to get them over the top because they could never beat Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith in the championship game. They had to go and get Deion Sanders, and it was still a close game. Otherwise, Steve Young would have been Super Bowl-less. But, I appreciate that. You go out and get guys if you can. But that's a loaded roster, man. You got to get another guy? To me, they need a secondary help. They need a fast secondary person instead of a pass rush. I guess that they figure they have a pass rush guy, they don't have to worry about a guy like Chivarius Ward getting toasted by Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp or Tutu Atwell or Lenore talking smack to he was talking smack to who was it? The Seahawks, DJ Metcalf, and I'm like, well, bring that to Tobu. Where were you at on Tutu? Where were you guys on Tutu? And but yeah, that's crazy. Crosby going to the Lions. That's another thing I was going to bring up. So I don't like injuries. I'm sorry that he got hurt. That's horrible. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, who knows how things work? But you remember they were hitting our guys low. They were hitting Stafford late. Hutchinson was doing some things as well. He's just a mean, nasty player. Not a dirty player, just he's just physical, and he kind of hits borderline sometimes. But could that be some karma? They basically hit Higbee low. They've done that before. They're secondary to other players. Higbee's still not back, and all of a sudden, one of their guys gets hurt on a fluke type play, and his leg is hopefully he'll be okay. That was horrible. I didn't see it in live. I just heard about it, and then I saw it. I go, whoa. That's horrible, but yeah, that's unfortunate for the Lions. They were talking all kinds of smack. They're basically like the Padres of the NFC. They're talking all kinds of smack, which I appreciate. But you got to win something first. I mean, first win something, and then at least win one. But still, though, that's unfortunate for the Lions to have that injury, because if we're not going to get there and stand in the way of the Niners, then I'd like the Lions to be. So, but anyway, yep. Doctor says Niner trying to buy a title. Yeah, remember they were saying, you guys bought your title. It's funny how that goes, though. But anyway, that's okay. We got the title when we needed it. We did what we had to do, and. Let's see. Let's get into another clip. Here's the Rams, and I told you guys before how the Rams are reacclimating themselves to Los Angeles, how they're doing things in the community. And here's just another example. Check this out.
To live on an island with a big old yacht and to be able to do anything I want.
Probably to have like a 1,000-acre farm, a bunch of animals, a bunch of crops, a bunch of ATVs. Anything you could imagine on a farm, I want it, but at least 1,000 acres, a lot of land.
I could have a wish come true. It would be to take either Gabrielle Union or Halle Berry to dinner.
My one wish would be that I would love a superpower, and I would love to be able to fly, especially around LA. I can get away with not being in traffic, and it'd be a perfect way to get about the city. So I definitely have to say the superpower ability to fly.
To go to the Las Vegas Grand Prix for F1.
If I could have one wish, it would be for the Rams to hoist the Lombardi Trophy in 2024 in front of it.
I like that too. So there you go. And those were clips of them at a community benefit, and so I just wanted to show that. That's just cool to see the guys having fun. And then also too, Brandon Fisk. Brandon Fisk has been a student of the game. He's been so close, along with Jared Verse, and making big plays. They've made themselves seen. They've had some good games, some good plays, but they're like this close from being like a dominant pass rush force duo. But they're still learning the game. It's all slowing down for them, and as they get their confidence about them. But this guy's been there 5 in the morning, 7 in the morning before everybody else. I really like the head on this guy's shoulders. Here's Brennan Fisk.
Before you came in, I was actually just talking with Sean McVay about the challenge you faced through a month and change in this season, like thrown in as a first-time starter and a complex offense as a rookie, learning multiple positions, right?
Yeah.
And starting out a couple. Does it feel like drinking through that proverbial fire hose?
Yeah. A little bit. I had an opportunity to practice with the ones and get a lot of good reps in the preseason with those preseason games, and then even in those practices with Houston and Dallas, I got a couple reps with the ones there. So getting to good feel with playing with Matthew and K-Dot and Jonah and Logan and those guys. So getting thrown in there week 1 was obviously it was very surreal and very nerve-wracking. But after that first play, it was kind of just like a normal practice.
Those are 2 pretty good defenses. They
Yeah.
give you some complex looks. Did that blow your hair back a little bit, seeing the Texans and Cowboys?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, but, Matthew knows absolutely everything about the offense and absolutely everything about any defense that's out there. So if I ever make a mistake or make a wrong call, then Matthew hears it, and he's going to correct me right away. So.
All right, so you got a little veteran cheat code there with you?
Yeah, cheat code. Yeah.
How's that partnership going?
It's going great. I mean, he's really helped me out. Like I said, making calls whenever I mess up. And when I do, he's super supportive. Make sure he comes over there and talks me through, what happened, what's going on, why we're doing what we're doing. And so yeah, he's been great. He's been a great help.
And so that's Brennan Fisk. And so basically, the game is slowing down for him and Jared Verse, and so they're making themselves be known. They could have made some huge plays, especially Verse. He was Rookie of the Month in one part, but part of the season, but he could have been much more of a factor. But that's okay. They're both learning, and but yeah, they're going to pay dividends in the end. These guys are getting all their support. Matthew Stafford. We've been seeing reports that the Jets are going to might go after Matthew Stafford. Not the Jets. Who was it? Who was it? In the chat, if you know that. They were saying for a fourth. Was it the Jets? No, they got Aaron Rodgers. And now they got Devontae Adams. And listen, that suck. Poor Robert Saleh, who gets fired. His defense was playing good. The offense was struggling. And they now all of a sudden get rid of him. And now they got Devontae Adams. And so that's crazy. But anyway, there was some rumors again that the Rams might try to think about trying to trade Matthew Stafford. And I can't remember the team was involved. I just looked at it and rolled my eyes. They're always trying to do that stuff. They're like, and so I did see somebody say, yeah, we'll let it. He's all yours for 4 number ones. The other thing is Cooper KUPP too. We even had Peter Schrager talk about, they should call for Cooper KUPP right now. The Kansas City Chiefs, because the Kansas City Chiefs are banged up right now. Pacheco is out. They lost their best wide receiver. They got to get Juju Smith back in there, and he's catching balls, and also too Hunt, the running back, is back, and we'll see what happens. Mahomes just owns that team, but we'll see. It's funny that you see, my guy Stockton saying that Robo thinks the Niners are going to run the table now. They beat the Seahawks, who we knew they were not real. They were up there, and they're a decent team. They have some good weapons, but we knew. They beat who else? They beat the Jets. Look at the Jets. They fired Robert Saleh. Aaron Rodgers, from one day to the next, he's helter-skelter. He still can throw the ball around, but he's a statue. And then who else did they beat? They didn't beat us. Who else did they beat? I don't even remember. But yeah, no, they're a long way from running at the table, but they do have a good team, and they're running with Mason. Mason's been putting the ball on the floor. They got this guy Garendo who had one lucky run, and they're like, they should have played him sooner. I saw that run, and it looked like to me like the Seahawks defense was tired, and he cut through there too. To his credit, it was a big play, but just let them think what they want to think. I've seen this all before. It's kind of like the Stephen A. Smith with me, and like, just be patient. Just be patient. They're gonna do something. Watch. Just watch. They're gonna mess up somewhere. Doctor says, they said Stafford to the Vikings. Thank you, the Vikings. Wait, the Vikings? No, because they have Darnold, but Stafford's better than Darnold. But it was another team. I can't remember. I don't know, but I just kind of like rolled my eyes because there it goes. I think the Niners beat KC this weekend. Unfortunately, Mahomes having a bad year. Actually, yeah, stat-wise having a bad year, but they're undefeated, right? Isn't that crazy? But when it comes to Kyle Shanahan versus Spags on defense, we'll see. KC winning on defense. Yep. Really good defense. But isn't that something that a beat up Kansas City Chiefs team, if they were to beat them, I would love to have the Niners go into Kansas City and play them. But they always have the big games for some reason. And Levi, yes, she says. just like McVay gives Andy Reid 2 weeks to prepare for a team, he's unbeatable. Yep. I mean, even if they had Devontae Adams and even if Derek Carr was there and they were playing tough, we need this win, and we have 2 weeks to prepare. But now that he's not there, I mean, this is just about good guarantee. I stutter on that on purpose because I want to make sure that I'm not putting I want to make sure that I'm not putting any we call it schleppy, like Schlep Rock from the Flintstones or bad karma. But there's no way that we're going to lose this game against the Raiders. So everyone that goes to the game, you're going to be able to, just like we laughed at the Niners when they were leaving, we're going to be able to laugh at the Raiders as they're leaving, because we're going to give them a big fat L to take home with them. Stockton says, our Niner fans think if they beat Kansas City this weekend, it's revenge Super Bowl. That's what I was saying. I was like, look, it's a regular season game. If you beat them, that's good. You get, because who was it? Our San Francisco Niners or something. I don't know. Something just pops up because I have like Rombo as I'm following him so I can see when he streams so I can post to him. And then, but something pops up and I have to like a Niner content will come up and I laugh at it and they're like, we got to get the monkey off our back, beat Kansas City, which is true. And I'm like, well, forget about the regular season monkey. You need what about the Super Bowl gorilla? That's more important. But yeah, good luck to you. But yeah, well, finally, it's just one of those things where you got to start out somewhere. But honestly, it helped them this season because if they were to lose, they come back to the pack more in the NFC West. But also, too, it gives them a little more confidence. But Mahomes in the regular season has owned them, so we'll see what happens. But they're beat up right now. They had to get Lamar Hunt off the scrap heap, and Juju Schuster, and then the Dodgers lost yesterday, so that sucked. Or the game 2, and then the Yankees are whipping the Cleveland. They beat them again. It's 2-0. Tucker says, did you go see Terrifier 3 yet? It's great, nice and gory. I haven't even seen the first 2. I don't know why. It just. I mean, we love horror movies. We haven't seen it. Yeah, she said the Rams are able to have a blowout win. They can rest their stars for Thursday's game. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Now, first of all, we just need the dub. But what I'm hoping for is the defense breaks out, the Rams overwhelm them. We're able to get Jimmy Garoppolo some reps and maybe even Stetson Bennett some reps, the rest of our guys. And but these next 5 games are going to tell us where we're going to go in the season. Remember, right now we're 1-4. We have some tough losses, single-digit losses. Gave away 2 straight games with the Packers and the Bears. And now everyone's talking about, oh, look at Khalib Williams is looking great. He has a team looking good. And I go, yeah, I agree with that, but we should have beat him. And then now same thing with the Packers. Oh, look at Jordan Love's waking up. We should have beat them too. We held them for like the first half. Like, it don't matter if you should have. It's not horseshoes, but it just sucks because we didn't have our guys. I saw a dude the other day, man, that would have been nice if we would have had Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp against you guys. He looked at me. We were at knots. I was like, I just shook my head. I go, man, good game, though, man. You play who you got. But that sucked, man. I mean, we lost by, 5 points, and we would have had those 2. They could at least 14 points, but at least another touchdown. All right, here we go. What to watch for Week 7. And we get into Cooper Kupp. Now, I said this earlier, that Cooper Kupp has had a big workout on Monday. As the week goes, he's going to do some light work, and they're bringing him along slowly, and hopefully he'll be able to practice by Thursday. And then we'll know if he's going to play. But I want to see something real quick. Hold on one second. I want to show you guys something. But even without him, though, I mean, we can even rest him another week, really. But we want to make sure because we should be able. Without them and Devontae Adams, I mean, and Blake Corum, get him some more touches. Okay, so let me just let's look at the standings real quick. Tonight is your night, bro. Let's look at the standings. Stand by me. All right, let me add this to stage. There we go. There we go. Make it bigger. Come on. Go. There we go. Okay, here we go. So, Kansas City Chiefs 5-0, and this and Mahomes is struggling. Imagine, that's crazy. That division. Okay, there's a heck of a division right there at the north. The Falcons 4-2. Now here we go. Look at this. Kansas City wins, beats the Niners. Okay, they go 3-4. Okay, Seahawks are 3-3. I think they have a tough game coming up. Arizona Cardinals. I'll look at the games coming up. 2-4. Okay, they are who we thought they were. Denny, rest in peace, Denny Green. The Rams win. They're 2-4. The Niners lose. They're 3-4. Rams are 2-4. They're one game off the pace, and they have the tiebreaker against them. Now let's look at the upcoming games. And I know I mentioned it, but it's easier. It's better to see it, to get it in your mind. Let's see. Seahawks, Falcons. Tough game. I'm picking the Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons. And the Falcons are at home, so if they can win that game, they'll have another loss. They'll be right there, 4 losses like us, or 3 losses, right? Let's go back. Yeah, they'll have 4 losses like us, so that's a tough game for them. But like I said, there's a lot of football left. We have lost 4 games. Last year we went 10-7. We still have 3 games to play with, really. That doesn't mean that, that's going to be everything's going to finish the way it did last year. But if we can go 10-7, we're in the playoffs most likely. Let's see. The Lions and Vikings going to be a great game. Let's see. Kind of scroll too fast. Okay, so there's the Seahawks. And then who do the Cardinals got? That's the game of the week right there. The Chiefs. Cardinals got the Chargers. If the Cardinals lose, they could be already out. They going to beat us again. Hopefully not. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the games coming up. But just don't lose hope. Keep hope alive. Because listen, we were 10-7 last year. We still have 3 more games to play with. Once we start getting our guys, we're going to beat the rate. Oh, also too, this is what I wanted to see. Hold on. Didn't mean to. Hold on. Okay, so let me share this again. Let me share this again. Okay, hold on. Add a stage. Okay, so this is the Rams schedule. Hold on. Oh yeah, enlarge the wrong one. Okay, let me get on that side. Okay, so here we go. So the October 20th, the Raiders, we got to win that one. The Vikings going to be a tough game, but we can win that game. Hopefully, we'll have KUPP back, and Sam Darnold. That's a great test for us. But we just play like we did against the Detroit Lions. We score in the red zone, we can win that game. The Seahawks could be reeling by this time. Also, too, November 3rd. Right there. Then the Dolphins, that's a winnable game there. The Patriots, winnable game. The Eagles, who knows who's going to get the Eagles, but that's also a winnable game. Hopefully, me and Stockton will be happy on November 3rd. If he still wants to go to that one. The Saints, winnable going in December. The Bills, you never know what you're going to get with the Bills because of Josh Allen. But watch, by the time we play him, he'll have himself together. But still, remember, there's 3 losses that we still have to play with. The Niners, we're looking to sweep them December 9th. The Jets, winnable game. Great defense, winnable game. Now they're going to have Devontae Adams. It's going to be tougher. The Cardinals, we can win that one. And then we finish out with the 2 last games against the Cardinals and Seahawks. So those 2 games will be very important. So we have some games we have some work to do on our side because we did it to ourselves, but very winnable games. But like I said, we went 10-7. We didn't start out the way we wanted to, even with the injuries. We should have at least won one more game. Take your pick. The Bears or the Packers. Let's just say the Bears. We should have won that game. We didn't. That would have put us at right now. That put us at 2-3. That's one game better, but we did it. So, but 1-4. Remember, we went 10-7 last year. I can't say it enough, and we have 3 more games to play with to stay on that pace. Yes, the Vikings will be hosting the Lions on Sunday. That's going to be a great game. Dominic Fernandez says Carolina tied with the Rams to get the first pick in the draft. Wonder if it's worth it though. We're not going to stay there though. There's my guy SG says, "Hey Rudy, no, we're not going to. Not on today. Not on today, SG. Appreciate you." SG says, "Sorry, SG." ESG says there's a lot of football left and a lot of teams out there looking to make trades with like Seattle. Yeah, there's a lot of football left, man. We're not anywhere near where we wanted to be, but listen, if you, like I said before, if the consolation prize, if you were to say out of those first 5 games, which is the game that you would pick? You're just going to win one. Which game was the one you're going to pick and to win? And that we won the game that I would have picked at least. Dominator says KC refs. Yeah, the refs. Listen, I know that you guys complain about the refs when it comes to Kansas City, but there is some truth to that. They do get some calls, man. They really do. KC refs will dominate. Defense will need to save Mahomes and him again. Yeah, I give you that. They do. Just like on the Rams side, the refs don't give Matthew Stafford no love. He's like, boom, boom. The ball's gone already. And he looks up at him and they're like, oh, huh? Dominic Fernandez says Chris Jones is a nightmare. He's really good, man. He's basically taking over for Aaron Donald. Dominic says Rams will need to run the table. It's possible with your receivers back. Well, like I said, Dominator, I'm being realistic. We haven't had our team yet, and we could have won games still. I'm always like, we have injuries, next man up. These are professional players. You draft guys to play in your system. They don't have to be all pro, but if I throw you 10 passes on a wide receiver, you should be able to catch 7 because you're a professional wide receiver in the NFL. You're not going to be like Randy Mossing guys, but we drafted you. You have decent speed and size. You should be able to catch 10 out of 7 balls, especially coming from Matthew Stafford's arm. Same thing with the defensive player. If you're not, the skill set's not there, at least hustle and be physical. So it'd be hard for me to coach, man. I'd be like, man, you don't even get on the bus. But I'm just saying, when I say that we have 3 more losses to play with, because last year we went 10-7. We already lost 4, but we can win a few games, lose one, win like 3 more games, lose one, win another 4 games, and we still have 1 more loss to lose to get back to 10-7. But you never know. In the NFL, sometimes you get the breaks and you get a couple of games that you wouldn't have had. ESG says the Bills got Amari Cooper in a trade. That was the other trade. I heard there was another trade. That's really great. That's really good for them, man. I wonder where they got that idea from, going all in. No, there's other teams that did it before, but we're the most recent team to have won the Super Bowl and go all in. Soccer said the Rams are still in contention and healthy. We go into the Miami Pride. We go to the Miami game, primetime game. Yep. We need 10 wins, so we go 9-3. Yep, that's what I'm saying. We can still do it. You can do it. But like Dominator says, we get our guys back. Because listen, I'm going to just say this again. Being close is only good for horseshoes, but we played the 2 teams that played the NFC championship game in the first 3 games of the season. First was Detroit at Detroit, revenge game, and it was a close game, and we didn't have Puka Nacua for half of the game. One of the drives that were trying to get close, get back into, to winning striking distance. Cooper KUPP is comes out limping, and it's like, but it was a close game. Then the Arizona Cardinals came out and gave us a one-off. Kyler Murray was chomping at the bit without Aaron Donald there, and Harrison Jr., who struggled in the first game, showed up against us. And then we were sandwiched in between the Detroit Lions and the Niners game. We fell behind the Niners, but we kept tough, and the defense kept coming after them. And then the offense was rolling with Tutu Atwell, and we had a lot of speed with Tutu Atwell. Rams great fake punt, and we were off and running. We got that game, so we could have won both teams. We could have beat both teams in the NFC Championship game that played last year. And this is a young team still. So, but still, coming close is not good enough. It's a good feather in your cap for future. Like, okay, we did that. Now let's take the next step. But record-wise, it doesn't help you. Yes, it's a positive. A positive is that we're going to play AFC East Division, and it's one of the worst. There you go. We get a little bit of reprieve. You got the NFL owners and the commissioner saying, Roger Goodell, yeah, you guys went 10-7. Okay, here you go. Both NFC Championship game teams in the first 3 games. I don't mind if we have our guys. Nobody knew that we were going to get hurt, but those would have been a heck of a game. And we would have had. And they would have had CMC, and I wanted them all to be playing, so we can get an idea of where we are, barometer. But it is what it is, man. It's just the injuries happen. Hutchinson got hurt. That sucks for Detroit. I want to see teams get there because they have all of their guys, not because they're missing a guy and our team gets over on them. That just sucks if that happens. But yep. Let's see. Because where's Wider sickness? You got Niners sickness. You got no, who's good. He messaged me to bring you. I told him, I go, I don't know if you remember Stockton, but we had when he came in one time, we were betting, we were gonna bet. And I go, hey man, don't you owe me a hat? But just flash forward, he had messaged me before I got a chance to message him the next day and apologize. And I said, well, maybe we shouldn't, have just kept about the games because he gets a little hot. But I go, but then when we beat the Niners, I go, wait a minute, didn't I didn't I win a hat off of you? Oh, we didn't bet. I thought we did, but it's okay. I got to find the video. But maybe we didn't officially say it at the end, but I thought we did. He kept saying, well, we want to bet. It's just they gave us a schedule like if we won the Super Bowl, it's really tough. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing anyone if we had our guys, but that's just luck of the draw. But I would have loved to have had the Lion game later on in the season. You say we had our guys and we start getting on a roll. Like the new guys get acclimated. Everyone's because by midseason, the better teams start separating themselves. So I would have loved to have us then to see where we're at, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys coming in. We'll be back again on, let's see, today's Tuesday. We'll be back again tomorrow night, or if not Thursday night, and we'll see how it goes with Cooper KUPP. I'll give you any more information that comes down the pike. And but yes, this game is a winnable game. If you guys are going to this game, you're going to be happy. The Rams are going to send the Raider fans back home quiet, and don't get in fights. Don't make them get you banned from SOFI, and everyone be safe. And we'll talk to you guys soon. I appreciate you, each and every one of you guys. As we always say, may the Ramelia be with you. And Ramulators, out. Appreciate you guys. See you guys soon. Look for the alert.